Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Dinosaur and the Dude, the only podcast in the fucking world with the shittiest audio with the most amazing content. Love that you all are listening to us, and we really appreciate it. So sit back and relax as we start this episode. Hey, everybody. I know we say this in every episode, but I want to make sure you understand we mean it this time. Definitely go to TheDinosaur&TheDude.com. Check out all the new things we have on there. And okay, maybe I'm fluffing it a lot by saying new because, sometimes the motherfucker gets lazy and I'm put all the shit up like they're supposed to. But the more and more you go, the more and more you're likely to see the new stuff. If you haven't gone, then all of it's new, so it doesn't really matter. So go there, check it out, thedinosaur.com. You'll see our YouTube link, our Spotify link, our Apple Podcast link, so many other links to listen to our episodes. So feel free, go check it out. We strongly encourage you. And plus, if you could do us a solid, you don't even have to listen to the episode. Just like our episodes on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and YouTube as well. And then you know, on Amazon if you want to also. And then, if you're feeling really giving, go ahead and subscribe and follow on all of those. And and then all of social media too, because you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well. And you know, just put us in your life, and then you and then you can forget about us afterwards. Just subscribe and help us out because we're trying to get more. We're trying to get more exposure to more listeners and get into more countries and get into more cities and states and principalities and all that kind of stuff. And it really would help out if you went ahead and did that because then, you know, the internet will do its thing and spread it for us. So if you could just do that one bit, that'll really help us out. And then also, like I said, go to the dinosaur and the dude.com. God damn it, fucking up our own website. Dinosaur and the dude.com and look at all the merch and all that stuff. Okay, I talked too much, I know. Okay, back to the episode. Okay, everyone, before we get started into this episode, uh, whatever we might be talking about might be triggering. So here's the warning. Just be mindful of what we are saying is definitely something that we're not trying to trigger you on, but just some of the topics might be a little iffy in regards to,
Sensitive,
yeah, exactly. That's the word I was trying to say.
fragile, delicate.
Yeah, and we're not saying that you are. It's just that some of the content might
No,
trigger somebody in a certain
it's
way.
offensive.
We
I
do
get
talk
it.
about we talk about different things that happen to people that could be assaults or somebody could be killed or
We do
chased
try to give
or
trigger warnings, though, so I'll give you
yeah,
the quick disclaimer.
yeah. So
Um,
here's the yeah. So yeah, you all listen to her. The dinosaur is going to go over the disclaimer because I can't because I don't give a fuck. She cares way more. She cares way more than I do, even though she'll say the opposite. So you all
that's
just
true.
listen to the disclaimer. It's here for your benefit. Here's the dinosaur. Also, everything that we're saying in our episodes, unless we state otherwise, is all for entertainment. And there's no there's nothing that we're giving away as advice or of a matter of fact that you should go out in the world and do your own thing. We're basically saying we're not responsible for whatever fuck ups you experience after listening to us and trying to do whatever the fuck we're talking about. That's on you. Okay. All right. No, she'll finish out the rest of the disclaimer.
So, we don't know shit, and we don't try to say that we know shit. We like the internet, and it likes us, so we play together sometimes. But don't take anything that we say to heart. Don't take it as the gospel. Don't take it as an expert of any kind because we don't know shit. We just like to hang out and with y'all and talk about goofy shit or funny shit or scary shit or real shit or whatever shit. And
It's It's all shit. Yeah.
It's all shit with the audio shit, you know? So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's pretty much
Yeah.
that's our moniker.
Okay. Yeah.
So, if we know that we're going to offend you, so we get that. At some point, we will offend somebody, and if we do, we're sorry. Find another podcast. Not that we don't want you here. It's just that if we're going to be in the habit of offending you, then we don't want to hurt your feelings. So, um,
Yeah.
but if you're not 18, please don't listen to this.
Mm.
And I think that might be it.
What's up, everybody?
What's up, everybody?
Yeah. Yeah. What's up? So
Yeah, you saw the intro. You heard the intro. You know where you're at. If you're not, well, pay the fuck attention.
yeah, right. Yeah.
Because
Scroll slightly up and or look at your screen, and you will see the title, and you will know, just like the intro said, it's the dinosaur and the dude, and you must be into shitty audio and amazing content.
it's a fetish
That's
category at this
that's
point.
yeah, 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 yeah. That's how you start a date. So what are you into? I'm into
Shitty
shitty
audio.
audio.
Love that. It's my
Yeah.
faves.
As a matter of fact, for the rest of the date, can you cover your mouth and make it seem like you're asking this, and then every once in a while
Yeah,
come back
and if
in?
and upon request, shove a dildo in there, so it sounds like you got a full amount of something.
With coconut oil on it.
Yeah.
So this was gonna be like a conspiracereal. I kind of made that up.
Ooh, I love some Conspiracereal. It's my
Yeah,
favorite type of
yeah.
cereal.
So get a little big bowl of it.
A little big
So
bowl.
yeah, this was yeah.
That's part of
Well,
the conspiracy.
yeah. Part of the conspiracy that's in the conspiracereal is that you start off with a little bowl, trying to be all nice about it, and the next thing you know, you don't know how deep that little bowl
You're
is.
drowning.
Yeah, you realize that it looks little on the outside, but it's a deep ass bowl.
You
Kind of
know,
like, you know, kind of like kind of like some people's belly buttons.
I was gonna say I've been with some women like that, so
Oh, wow. Have you now?
like you gotta
Uh,
tie a rope off, just to be sure.
so it's just gonna be a rapid fire, just a feel out of like where we are in our heads
Oh, don't even
with
ask.
conspiracies.
Oh, okay, yeah, about that.
Because at first I was like, I had a select few, and then as the week went on from the last show to this
You
one,
got more and more cynical. Is that
it was
what
just,
happened?
yeah, it's just more and more conspiracies. Just like, I think it's one of those, I think conspiracies is like one of the few things, topics, dare say, quasi entities on this planet, in this realm of existence
Stratosphere.
that experience getting into one or looking into one like invites others,
Oh
and
yeah.
you just attract other conspiracies, and the next thing you know, you're
You
finding
put on
another
the
one, you're
foil
finding
helmet.
another one,
You're
you're
wrapping
finding
yourself in foil when you go to
yeah,
sleep.
you're finding so many of them, and you're just like, how do I get out of this maze? Oh, clearly this is the way. And it's no matter how n- it's futile.
I think the reason
It's-
why we like them so much is because they're very rabbit hole-ish.
we are, the whole thing is,
Yeah,
I think,
which we love. I mean, if we're being honest, I fucking love a rabbit hole.
what makes it difficult this time, I mean, at this point of things, I think what makes it difficult is the amount. And we've talked about it before where it's like, at one point I was just burnt out on conspiracies and UFOs and UAPs. I just didn't give a fuck anymore. I
It
was
can
just like,
never happen for me.
I
I'll
just
always
I just didn't give
understand.
a fuck. I was like, you know what? We're so behind. We're so behind like we're only seeing this UFO because it took a wrong turn. That's all. It's just like, ah, shit. I should have turned in that tunnel. God damn it. Now they're gonna see me. Okay, well, I'll just fly underwater and do some crazy shit that they've never seen before. And I'll stump them and then I'll just phase out. Okay. I I just feel like it's beyond our comprehension. So it's these little one-off flukes that we actually catch something, let alone even think that we can, oh, I'm gonna chase it or whatever, track it or whatever. It just flies into a mountain and we're like,
Or
oh,
hack
okay.
it. Wouldn't that be
Yeah,
awesome if we could hack a fucking
yeah, or
UFO?
let's reverse engineer it and.
I couldn't reverse
So
engineer anything. What are you talking
yeah, I
about?
can't yeah, I can
Again, math. I can't.
I can reverse engineer a paper plane up to a certain amount of folding. And then once it goes past a certain number of folds, fuck it. Fuck it. You win the paper plane
You
contest.
really
I'm not
want the folds.
it's yeah. So
Yeah.
we're gonna try and I'm just gonna throw some out. I'm gonna
Okay,
throw
go
the
ahead.
okay. And you just give me your hot reaction to it. So I didn't know this again, conspiracies. I didn't know this, and so I just threw it into the conspiracereal bowl. Um,
Love it.
there's another pyramid. Did you know about the Black Pyramid?
I've heard something about it, but I haven't looked into it. I mean, my week has been just a fucking shit show. So,
I
um, yeah.
I mean, at certain points, this goes back to me getting burnt out about the whole the whole species of conspiracy. However you want.
I was gonna say the whole species of the human race. Yes, of
I mean,
course. Me
yeah, the
fucking
whole
too.
right, the whole species of conspiracies and everything that can fall into conspiratorials because it is it's a species you can have that towards Bigfoot, you can have that all the way over to the other side of the gamut to UFOs, you can have it all the way back to
To
JFK,
fairies, to paranormal,
yeah, all the way down to Hollow Earth, all the way over here to
to firmament,
hey, yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it's saying. That's why I was like, it's a species. It's just a thing you can just you can frolic in this shit however you want, and somehow, some way, it's gonna connect to another one, and you're off over there. So I didn't know about this Black Pyramid, but as soon as I heard about it, I was like, of course, of course. Everything I was reading and hearing about it, all I was saying was, of course, because of course, it's a Black Pyramid. Of
so
course
tell
it
me
is.
about what is the Black Pyramid?
It's in Alaska. Of course it is.
Of course, it's in Alaska.
And then this guy who was talking about it, he was like, "Yeah, when we first heard about it, it was before GPS, and we had to go off these coordinates that we got, and
Tracking fun.
he was making a joke about it, like, well, it's a black pyramid in Alaska. Shouldn't be too hard to find, especially with it being larger than any pyramid we've ever documented yet.
Okay.
So, and I don't know if this is before the pyramid in Antarctica or not, but that's a whole. See how that happened? That's a
Hmm,
whole
hmm.
nother conspiracy link because you're like, whoa. So there's a pyramid in Antarctica and
There's
in
pyramids all
Alaska.
over the damn place,
Right,
underwater,
right,
on top of mountains. Oop,
right.
it's not a mountain, it's actually a pyramid.
But I think that what I think that what got eyebrows raised on this one, at least for me, is that the size of it and possibly the size of the one in Antarctica are so much larger than the ones that we know of to date.
Like the one in Giza
Yeah,
or the
it's
ones
so
in
much like
Giza.
we're like, oh, that's huge, that's huge. How the fuck they do that? And then you know the conspiratorial bolds like, hey, look at these two. You're like, what the fuck? How did they make those? Those are so much larger than the one, and this one's solid black. Why? Oh, oh, not only is it solid black, because they look for it, they're like, where the fuck is this pyramid? Not only is it solid black, but it's also underground. Of course it is. Of course it's underground. Of course.
Right, sure. Why not?
And and so now no one now that they like he gave the location of it and I was like I'm not going to repeat it. I'm not going to repeat it because you kind of feel like we're going to we're going to lob this out there see who gravitates to it and whoever does we're just going to scoop them up. So I don't want to be one of those people, but it's in Alaska. Uh,
Could we Google Earth it? Is that a thing, or we can't see it because it's underground?
right. Apparently it's underground. So one, who's getting the heads up to go look in Alaska for an underground pyramid in the first fucking place? Who's who's getting that little tap on the shoulder and whisper in their ear, "Hey, hey, there's a go here and there's a pyramid
Good little day trip.
in Alaska." The fuck you say? No way it is. It's underground though. What? Yeah. Here's 5 shovels. Go, go.
Good luck, buddy.
Yeah. I don't want to
I would say
encumber
take
you.
some water, but actually just take a heater. You'd be good to go.
Yeah, I don't want to encumber you. So with a backhoe or something. So here's 5 shovels, and pick up some others when you get there. So yeah, this guy he apparently goes out there, and he was explaining how there's certain levels of how there's confidential, and then there's secret, and then there's top secret, and then there's five
Like in
levels.
the government.
Yeah, well, yeah, in government documents. And
Oh,
then
okay,
so
okay.
there's and scratch that. In just intelligence documents, secret intelligence documents. So like if you have the clearance, technically you don't really have to be a part of a government if you have the clearance. That makes sense?
Sure, sure.
Um So he was just like saying, yeah, and there's 5 levels to, what people think is just top secret, but it was like secret, then it's top secret, and then there's 5 levels to that of what you can read in relation to that. And he said, of course, the president and his people, they're level 5, and I was like, of course they are, but but everybody knows that the president of the United States isn't even granted access to a lot of the shit that's really going on.
Right.
Um, and so
Well, there are bigger fish to fry. I mean, there's babies to shake and hands to kiss and all that.
right. And so which then led me to this other amount of
Oh,
that's
Jesus,
that's
what
what it
just
sounds like.
happened?
That's what it sounds like when you add more to your conspiracy serial.
Oh,
It's
okay,
a
right, right.
glop. It's just a glop. It's not really because it's kind of old news, but yet it's
I'm
new to
here for it
you.
though. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's
yeah,
it's,
but here's
it's
the thing. I
new to
mean,
you, but it's
I
been
would
out
love to.
there. Hey everyone, it's the dude from the Dinosaur and the Dude. Thanks for listening. And as a part of the things, I want to go ahead and let you know about something amazing that just took place, and it's for your benefit. Uh, Wanting to let you know about Hoyge. If you haven't really checked out our website, encourage you to go check it out, thedinosaur&thedude.com. There you'll find all of the affiliates and other partnerships we've got going on. But this one that I want to tell you about is related to Hoyge. If you're into pre-gaming like the dinosaur is, you want the most out of what you get with your products, whether that's with a grinder or with the pipe or whichever it is that you're needing at that time, papers. Hoyge is your place, and if you are savvy enough to act now, go to their website, or even better, go to their website through our website, right? And use the code Dino Dude 10, and you will get 10% off your purchase. Yeah, yeah. See how it pays off to listen to our wonderful podcast. You get 10% off your purchase. It makes no sense to to wait. Just go to Hoyers.life and you will get that discount as long as you put in Dino Dude 10. Doesn't get any easier than that. It's what, eight? Yeah, eight letters and two numbers. Yeah. Dino Dude 10% off your entire purchase. Get it now. Use our code. Be fabulous, and we'll thank you. Well, I mean, I'm thanking you right now. So we'll do it right now. Check out our website, thedinosaur.dude.com. Fuck me, and get that discount. Right. All right. Now back to the wonderful episode that you're about to bless your ears with.
I would love to go into a rabbit hole and just eat Conspiracereal all day. Like, I would love it,
Well,
even
we're
if it was
we're
repetitive.
we're doing some now. Apparently, there's this conspiracy. It's not even conspiracy. It's almost like a like what like even when you're eating a bunch of conspiracy cereal, you're trying to figure out what the definition of conspiracy is. Even it's like, is it rumor? Is it conspiracy? Is it fact?
Do I exist?
Is this a part of a story that really happened and none shall speak of it anymore? Kind of, swearing, oath swearing at the end of it. But apparently, this whole thing with the secrecy level, you know, kind of backfired on a president, and they only have one term, and everyone just sort of like shits on him now. Um, Jimmy Carter,
Okay,
who
I was gonna
all,
say, who are you talking about?
huh?
I was like, who are you talking about? Because I know,
Yeah,
I feel like Kennedy knew some shit. That's why he got offed.
yeah, Kennedy, yeah, but Kennedy had his new shit foot in a lot of his toes in the new shit pool. Like
Not just his toes.
he knew shit about this group, that group, and the other. And so it was like spin the wheel on who wants to off him, right? Um,
Take a pick.
yeah,
We all know it's
but
our number one fan. I
but
mean,
Carter
three
was
letters.
like Carter was like, nah, I've seen aliens. Nah, it's real. He was like the only president that was like straight up, yo,
When did he come out with that though?
fuck all y'all. I've seen him myself. Um,
Was
and
that after, like,
wa-
was he older when that happened?
yeah, I think it was like, I, you know what? whilst
So,
we whilst we talk, Google does exist.
no, dude,
When
Google Doth exists.
yeah,
I'm just
when
thinking, like, if he was in his later years, could they have been like, he's senile. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. I mean, he didn't fucking. Come on,
yeah, right. Everything.
UFOs, really? I mean,
Yeah, it's like,
really?
oh, look at that dude. Everything's flying in the sky
Like,
to
we gave
him.
him some Agent Orange ones. I mean, he probably ain't the same.
Yeah, it's like everything's flying. The mailman's flying to this guy. Come on. Um, yeah, so it says that Jimmy Carter, U.S. president from 1977 to 1981, reported seeing an unidentified flying object while in Leary, Georgia in 1969,
It was the
while
CIA just checking up on him. They
while
saw
he
it.
was the governor, while he was serving as governor of Georgia.
Georgia.
And Carter was asked by the International UFO Bureau in Oklahoma City,
Of
fancy
course.
that,
Yeah.
to file a report of the sighting, and he filed a statement on September 18th, mailed it September 20th. Since this writing, the report has been discussed several times by both UFOologists and members of the mainstream media. So there's that. He made this statement, filed it and whatnot in regards to his experience as a governor. So since then, after that, he became president and all that kind of stuff. And so he decided, you know what, I'm motherfucking president. This is my impression of what he said. It's
Oh,
not
okay.
documented that he's been about this. This is a very, very, very loose. um, very loose. What I
Interpretation, perhaps?
Yes, yes, interpretation. If you hadn't already, the disclaimers are
Oh,
in the
yeah, that's
beginning.
right.
Fuck it. We're just put them right here. Okay,
Mhm.
so Carter's like, you know what? I'm fucking president. I run shit. Give me the files. I want to see all the shit. And I'm like, yeah, nah, about that. We're just not gonna. Fuck you. I'm president. I will have your heads. Give me the job. Give me all the files. Gimme. And so apparently there's this rumor. I'll say it as that. There's this rumor because I don't
Hmm.
have any people that I can say said it officially. That they say, you know what, motherfucker? Here you go. They all sat in the meeting room trying to sway him again and say, here you go. And they slid shit over to him. Say, there you go. Read up. And apparently what he read, he dismissed the group and just sat in the Oval Office and cried. Like it was just that.
You know what he found out? He found out that we Earthlings are like some other world's bitches.
Yeah,
Like,
like he just found out, you know what? It's so we're so we're, we're not even
like whatever we
toddlers.
do doesn't even matter. Like, fuck it. Who
Yeah,
gives
we're
a
like we're
shit?
not even toddlers. We're beyond the whole means of getting to the bottom of shit. And even when we got to the bottom, we wouldn't even know how to explain the bottom. So there's that, right? And they're like, hey, look, this Black Pyramid. We need to figure out what the fuck's going on with this Black Pyramid. You guys go over there, find it. And so this guy who's telling the story, he's like, yeah, we went and found the Black Pyramid, and was like, shit goes down at this Black Pyramid. We don't even know what um, what it does, why it's
We're just gonna
underground.
poke it and see what
It,
happens.
but isn't that how we've been doing all of it? I think
Fair.
this is like if if we poke it and don't know, then we'll come up with our own story just so that other people don't come and poke it. Like is it, that's what they did to the Great Pyramids. Yeah, it's a oh, nobody's gonna fuck with it if we say this. It's a burial chamber for all the pharaohs, all the kings and shit.
Sure,
Yeah.
like that makes it untouchable. People are like, get me in
And-
there.
Yeah,
Hello.
so then you have people like, I'm gonna break into that shit because last I heard
Surely it's not cursed.
they were buried with gold and shit. And I mean,
Right?
okay, if it's cursed, I could probably sell that gold and make enough money for that curse to be okay. Like what? I
Like, wait,
mean,
if
what
it's cursed, you know what, bro? How about you go in first? I
if
mean,
12
you
of
know,
us? Yeah, if
just tell
12
me
of
what.
us,
Yeah,
12 of us go in, then my odds of being cursed are less
right.
than if I just go in.
I
So
can take 1/12 of wrath.
right,
It's
right,
fine.
right. And literally rolling dice. I. It's a crazy thing to assume that they would go and find a black pyramid and like, okay, everybody, here's what we found, and here's how. No, because we've
You mean there's not
already,
like a white paper on the internet about
yeah,
this?
right. We already
Okay.
seen how they handle the other pyramids, and by the other ones, I mean even the pyramids that they don't talk about. Like lidar has shown
Right.
so many in the Amazon now. They don't know what to fucking do. They're like,
I
okay,
wish that Google could put
oh
LiDAR
wow,
on Google Maps or Google Earth.
wow,
I would
yeah,
pay. I would pay
that's a
for
good
that.
idea.
Are you
Yeah, like a,
kidding me?
a
I want to know what's
lidar
under my
function.
house. Can I
God
get a
damn it.
shovel and build a bunker? I need to know these
Holy
things.
shit. A LiDAR function on
Oh my
Google
god,
Earth.
it would be amazing. They have the capabilities. They just fucking do. I
Like
mean,
they probably turned it on and just realized we're on a tabletop somewhere. And they're just like, flat earthers. Flat earthers were right. We're on a
damn it!
tabletop.
All along,
God damn it.
Who knew?
Firmament my ass. So there's that. And again, with all these pyramid stories, it always ends the same way. We don't know. It's going to end up the same way.
That's why it's called a conspiracy.
Yeah, and that's what you and I have talked about before. It's like the beauty and the the beauty and the headache of conspiracies is that they live off the fact that there is no definitive answer. There's no definitive source. There's no definitive rhyme or reason, and there's at least one person to rebuke or throw fucking sand on the fire that anybody else is building off of conspiracy. Oh yeah, your math is off. Oh yeah, no, no, no. You're trying to make it seem more. It's really this. Oh, it's no pyramid underwater. It's made of this rock that breaks when you hit it real hard. Check it out. So yeah. So there's that.
I wonder
The
how many conspiracies like that were actually like proved true, like
mm,
for real, and then they
hmm
transferred from being conspiracy into facts. Like
huh.
because there's like they go, okay, you know what, you okay, fine,
hmm
fucking whatever exists. Here he is. The Yeti exists. His
Right.
name is Frank. Okay. His
Right. Yeah.
family's really nice. He want to be left alone. So we've been trying to, cover it up. I mean,
Yeah.
has that ever happened? Not that one, but, any of them. I wonder, like, has anybody, like, without a doubt
Oh God.
solved, or like discovered that it was true. And
Right.
then for the entities that are trying to cover it up, just go, you know what? Yeah. I mean, I think the U.S. government with the whole UFO UAP thing. I
hmm
mean, that was pretty close because they're not going to come right out and say, "Oh, hey, yeah, we were fucking lying to you this whole time," because I mean, we can't be trusted.
Yeah. I think that there are groups that really do hope for a conspiracy. Like, yes, we need all the eyes to look at this way in this direction so we can do our shit and not have to worry about them. Yeah,
Distractions, loud noises. Yep,
yeah, and so some of
absolutely.
those conspiracies are to a benefit of some people. I mean, and rightly so. You come up with something that's like, yeah, there's a black pyramid in Alaska. Holy shit. Let's fill our backpack with beef jerky and flashlights and make our way over there.
And
But then you
patchouli.
yeah, but then you throw in there, and so far, everyone that's tried to find it has died with a aggressive, aggressive skin cancer that is almost like boiling skin and falls off the flesh, and you die. Like, well, hold on. I don't know if
Rethink my trip real quick.
I don't know if I got enough sunscreen for that. That
Burn
sounds.
cream.
Do you? Mm,
Maybe bring some calendula with me just in
And
case.
and then they're back to where you and I were just a few minutes ago. Let me let me see if I can find it on
Oh, the Googles.
Google Earth first,
Oh,
because
see, check this out. Ooh, I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna ask. Okay, I'm just fuck it. I'll just ask the CIA because they're listening. When are y'all gonna release lidar on Google Earth, please?
they
If
won't.
y'all could let us know,
They
that'd be great.
they won't. They won't.
Damn it! You sure?
Yeah, they just told me. They won't.
I couldn't hear him. I wasn't wearing my full hat. I'm
But
sorry.
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
mean the uniform for this podcast,
Well,
obviously.
you didn't hear them because they're only standing behind me. They were like, "Hey, you do this conspiratorial episode with the dinosaur and fucking
Right?
steer
She'll believe
everybody
anything.
yeah, steer everybody else away." So
Well, I was. You
yeah,
had me. I was ready to go. Like I was packing a bag until you said boiling flesh, and I'm like, man, you know what? I'm
right,
busy.
right. But it's stuff like that where they, let things just, okay, part of this is going to be true, and then we're going to put some dangerous shit out there, and then make you think, maybe I don't want to go that route, because they were doing that with some, like how you were hearing sometimes people, oh, they're about to go into this pyramid. Ooh, that's going to be fucked up because once they
Oh yeah, no.
open,
When what's this Geraldo uh,
oh,
Guerrera? Guerrera, is that what it is?
Sure, we'll go with that.
Bavaria, something, I don't know. But remember
Yeah,
when
it's
he was
getting
like,
worse. So,
we're fixing to open the tomb and they say
yeah,
it's cursed and blah blah
and
blah. I
then
mean,
yeah, and
fucking
then people
hell.
are like, "Don't open it because it might be some organism, bacteria, or disease that we don't even have a cure for anymore, and they're gonna unleash it, and it's gonna be another plague." And then people are like, "Oh
Hello.
shit, they're right. Let's do some means. Can we get a sensor and like test the stale, dank, 4,000-year-old air that's in this sarcophagus and see if there's any bacteria that's going to be harmful and we don't have any? Of course, there's going to be bacteria in there. Bacteria is everywhere, motherfucker. It can't
Surprise.
Yeah, is it gonna be some that we don't have in existence anymore? Yeah, it's from
Probably.
4,000 years ago. Highly likely there's gonna be some shit in there that we haven't seen since 4,000 years ago. Is it something that's going to just jump onto somebody's body and then next thing you know, it just multiplies across? No, y'all are in the desert. It takes a while. Nothing's that airborne,
Right. Right, right,
but
right.
it's a good deter to people like it makes them at least think not twice but four times before they open it. Like, yeah, maybe we just send the whole thing unopened to the Smithsonian and call it a
Let them
day.
deal with it.
We just call it a day and say, hey, we did our part, we got it out, and you guys figure out if you want to open it or not. 1, 2, 3, not it. So okay, so that's the Black Pyramid. I don't know what that means. There's a Black Pyramid in Alaska that's underground, and there's another big ass pyramid in Antarctica that's above ground. Don't fucking know what any of that shit means because even the placement of pyramids in Egypt alone is at a math level that I'm not. So I don't
Oh yeah.
even know
I
what.
just know that there's numbers involved and that makes me bleh.
Well, because then you have people that'll probably say, yeah, this is how the ancients were able to see everything on the planet because they had to have I forget what it's called. Um,
Mirror.
no, it's like, so, God damn it. Uh, Carson um, explains it, but in any case, like how you have satellites and whatnot right now orbiting the planet, and they're going around in relation to the equator.
Okay.
The way of seeing everything on the planet uh, in is if it went the other way from pole to pole. And so apparently that's how these all-knowing ancients that lived on Earth were able to see what people were doing all over the planet at all times. Hey, unless you started this podcast right now. Well, it's the dude, and you're listening to the Dinosaur and the Dude. Uh, But also, when I'm not doing the podcast, I'm trying to put some time in on learning a new language. And I'm now picking up a second language I'm learning, which is kind of crazy to think about and say out loud, but that's what I'm doing. I couldn't do any of this without the help of PIMSLEUR. PIMSLEUR is one of the resources that I use in my language learning journey as I try to strive to becoming a polyglot, if that's only being a polyglot in my own mind. But in any case, I highly encourage you to give PIMSLEUR a go also. Um, it's got a great learning curriculum and means of which is giving you the information and ways of learning that, whether it's through the flashcards or whether it's through the timed, little time speed rounds. Uh, it checks out your enunciation and how you're able to speak the actual language with the proper means of verbalizing it. Sometimes it's kind of hard, especially if that language isn't based on the languages you already speak, i.e., Romanized language versus an Asian language. So, in any case, I encourage you to check it out. You can go to our website, TheDinosaur&TheDude.com, go to our links with for affiliates and sponsors, or check out the links at the bottom of each page. You're probably going to see it. It's one for PIMSLEUR. Click on it, and you will get 7 days free with PIMSLEUR. I don't know how else, I don't know how else to roll the red carpet out for you. 7 days free. Learning out of the huge selection of languages that they have, whether you're wanting to learn Arabic or you're wanting to learn Spanish or Chinese or Mongolian or whatever, they've got a huge selection of languages, and for 7 days you get to do it for free. Each one of the lessons are 30 minutes each. That's like, what is that? That's like the time you spent right now watching a shitty show. You could be putting that into learning a new language, and they're all audio, so it's not something that you have to break from what you're doing. So if you're walking, riding your bike, doing whatever, workout at the gym or whatever like that, put in that time and also learning a language. Hell, that's cool. Do it. Again, go to dinosaur&thedude.com, click on the PIMSLEUR link, get a week for free just because we love you. So there you go. Have fun. Learn a new language. Freak some people out by speaking something or knowing what people are saying around you. Shit, that's why I do it. And enjoy. Now, back to the rest of the episode, because I'm sure we've got some more amazing stuff to talk about that you're just dying to hear, right? Of course.
It's a shame we don't have cryogenic,
Oh, God.
bodies or whatever. Because I would be
Well,
like, "Fuck it, just fucking thaw that bitch out and
well,
let's get it going."
here's the other conspiracy. People are now saying, hey, guys, guess what? That shit don't work. And sorry, yeah, there's no way we're going to be able to dethaw anybody, and there's really no way, even if we could. I mean, clearly we can. We just turn this some bitch off. You will thaw out, but we
You're probably just gonna be a soggy mess. You're gonna end up being in a
right,
fucking puddle of goo.
right. There's nothing in the thawing out process that means that you will be revived. And honestly, a lot of people that are going to be thawed out are kind of hoping not to be. They're still going to be fucked. They're hoping for a cure when they get thawed out.
You're just
Like
gonna
some
be
people,
like a puddle of stuff with like two eyeballs and like some nerves.
it's a yeah, no, it's you're right. It's a big thing of where it's like technically you just gave your body over to science, so who knows what the fuck they're gonna do? And it's not like any of us are gonna be around to hey, don't do that. No, nobody's
Oh
gonna be
my
around.
god.
I mean, does anybody know where any of these cryogenic buildings, warehouses are?
Wouldn't it be
No,
fucked up
no.
if they were bringing people back and putting them back out on the planet, and then like you run into,
Lou
oh, it's a
Gehrig?
great movie. No, you run into somebody that you know, and you know that that's them. That's them. They have
Hmm.
the same
Hmm.
birthmarks. They've got the same
Yeah,
tattoos. They've got everything, and you know that it's them, but they're like a total different. Like I don't. I have amnesia. I just got here. Blah, blah, whatever.
yeah.
And or
They
I
gotta stick
woke
to
up
the
and I was in a.
story.
Oh my gosh.
They gotta stick to the story. Because
Yeah.
if they don't, they're gonna get their cryogenic card revoked. Yeah.
That's
So
true.
the other, here we go. Let's take another spoonful of conspiracy cereal. So
Delicious.
kind of sort, and this is an add-on. This is an add-on. This is like, you know, putting fruit in your cereal. So
Who?
I
How
just
many people do that? Do you do that? Do you put fruit in your cereal?
I have because
That's fancy.
I've experimented with cereal.
Oh, you have. Okay.
Yeah, because I used to experiment with cereal on a what if.
Like, what if there's no milk?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
exactly,
okay, okay. You
exactly.
know what? I use cashew yogurt, unsweetened cashew
Yeah.
yogurt,
No, I
and
wasn't even doing that shit. I was like,
well,
okay, what if there's no milk and I just got this water? Is this shit still gonna be good with water? And so I just put the cereal in a bowl and then fill it with
it's
water.
Canada Dry Post Toasties.
Do the water. It's like, Yeah, I mean, yeah, and I'm crunching that shit. Yeah, I
If it
mean,
works, maybe.
stuff in the unit. Okay, okay. Next bowl is like, all right, what if it's no milk, no water? Okay, this orange juice. Let's do the orange juice. It's like
Oh
this,
no, you did not.
and that I'm like applauding myself because I'm like, man, this is optimizing out the breakfast eating. I don't have to stop to drink
And
the
take and
orange juice.
drink.
I am
Fucking
doing
hell.
both at the same time. I'm probably going to get to work 5 minutes early now.
You should throw an egg in there and you could have egg drop cereal.
Pick drop cereal. Yeah. So I've done cereal with
Okay.
a lot of different juices, water. I've done it with tea. I've done it with.
Coffee. Have you done it with coffee?
No, I have not. I've not. At one point, I think I stopped myself because I was like, okay, none of
It's
this
getting out
shit.
of hand.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I wonder what would happen if I did cranberry juice and grape juice. No, stop, stop.
What
You
about vodka? Just
like
vodka.
one is for survival. One is just figuring out if I can do it for survival, and the other one's just experimental sake. And so after I got to the point where I
I love your
realized,
survival techniques.
yeah,
You know what I need to figure out?
right, it's like, can I
Fuck
do this?
communications.
Yeah, can
Fuck
I do this
water. Fuck whatever.
cereal?
I
Yeah,
need
can I do this
cereal.
cereal with water? Like survival mode is, can I just eat? Can I just find some cereal? One, and I will eat that some bitch dry. I'm not paying. I am starving.
You'll
That's
eat
what
the ass
survival is.
end out of that
Yeah,
thing.
I'm being bougie. It's like, I got choices. No, you don't. Stop.
No, you don't. Fuck it.
So okay, let's take a. But yeah, back to your question. Yeah, I've done dried fruit. I've done. I There's certain fruit I just can't, like peaches. Fuck that. Um,
Do
I've
you
had
like
great.
do you like raw peaches or like fresh peaches or like
No, like
in
none of
syrup?
that. None of that in my cereal. No, fuck
No, but
that.
just in general, because some people don't like
Uh,
them. That's a texture issue.
yeah, if they get mushy, I'm done. Yeah,
I can't do pears. They're gritty. I feel like I'm eating a desert.
it depends on what kind of pear you're eating, though. You got to experiment with pears to find the right pear for you. God damn it! Why does that sound like
A
dating
pear
outside
of
of
I could get a pair of pears and see which one I like better of the pear.
You can get a pear, like get the Bartlett pear, get the fucking other pears, the
The
red
bougie pear
pear.
with the bougie. What's it called? The
Oh,
bougie pear.
the bougie pears with that little fucking with that fucking recycled plastic netting and shit. I
Yeah,
mean,
like they're that delicate. Come on
yeah, I
now.
mean if you want to, but
Does that
whatever.
truck got air shocks? Because if not, it's probably
Yeah.
bruised.
Um,
Wow, rabbit hole. Sorry.
yeah. No, it's a conspiracereal. That's what comes with it. So, oh yeah, we've talked about this before. Okay. But now we're going to talk about it in a way that's a little bit hmm. Okay, so if you're into conspiracies, you probably have heard about Bob Lazar.
Oh hell. I had to look him up to see who you're talking about.
And
I'm
Bob
bad with
Lazar,
names.
yeah, you go ahead and look him up. I'll talk some more. Bob Lazar is this guy that came out a while back,
Oh yeah.
and I know we've talked about the Good Doctor, but he was before. Um, he was before the Good Doctor.
Yeah, he was in the 80s.
Yeah, but he came out, and he first came out. He wanted his face to be. God damn it! I almost said something that was going to be a little bit spicy. He
Ooh,
wanted he wanted to be anonymous.
okay.
Okay, okay, fuck it. I'm gonna say the spicy thing. He wanted his face to be blackened, and
Yikes.
yeah, exactly.
Really? Are you serious? Like just
So
made
yeah,
a darker shade or like a whole black out?
yeah, so you know how like when people are
Doing blackface?
no, no, that's the blackened part.
Okay,
No,
okay,
you
okay.
know how when people are wanting to be anonymous and they're basically like spilling the beans and they're being a whistleblower or whatnot, and they're like, "Hey, so you're really doing an interview with a silhouette kind of thing?"
Oh, sure, sure, sure. Okay.
That's what he wanted his first interview at.
Oh.
And so I remember when I first saw it, and it was out a while back, and like once I got into UFOs and conspiracies. It's like, oh, you got to check out Bob Lazar. Who the fuck is this Bob Lazar? So it was already out. It was his shit was already out. I just didn't know about him. I forget what
Sure.
year this was, and so I'm looking and I'm like, this dude is this this dude wants to be anonymous. He's like, yeah. He's like, he's totally back out. We gotta watch all of it. I'm like, okay, fine. I'm like, and so it intrigued me more because this guy was like, he was talking to you as he was talking to the viewers as if, hey, yo, I'm trying to be as anonymous as possible, but I might be killed after this because the shit I'm about to tell
Well,
you is pretty fucking bizarre. And so I was listening to it. I was like, what? So apparently, this guy, he worked at
this bitch.
exactly. He worked at a facility that was next to Area 51, and he was like, okay, here's the shit that's really going down. And you're like, okay, do tell. And he was talking about how um, there exists these nine craft, and
Just 9 of them? I bet you there's more than that.
well, at the time, there was
Okay.
nine. At the time that he came out with his whistleblowing of the whole thing, because he was concerned about what was happening with these nine craft, and each nine craft had their own distinction, their own purpose, and whatnot. But they were all reverse engineered from craft that they obtained, whether by way of crash or
Take down.
came in peace and got yoinked anyway.
That's
And there
gotta
was
suck.
and
Right?
at
I mean,
one
to be an
point,
alien and be thinking like these people, they're gonna be nice to us. It's fine. Just trust me.
right?
Trust me. Trust me, I
Yeah,
got
what can
this.
they
We're
do?
fine. We're gonna be good. Well, they
What
can't
can
do
they
nothing
do?
to us.
What can they do?
Shit.
They can't
Mm-hmm.
fly. They can't do anything. What can they do? Hey guys.
Bruh, we can fly away, y'all. That's easy.
Yeah. Hey guys. And they forgot to turn their language. They forgot to turn their Google Translate on. Hey guys. But all we heard was like, oh shit, these fuckers. And next thing you know, it's like they're laying on the table looking at each other, just pissed off. God damn it, I told you. I told you
Dang
don't
it.
land. Man, I didn't know. So he is the guy that talks about all these stories that are now the stories that have been repeated. We've talked about stories that he's talked about, and he's the one that brought to light, like the engines and the way that you see a UFO, but then when you go in it, it's so much bigger on the inside than what it looks like on the outside. Um, I think he was even the one that talked about the doctor that was like super shook us um, because on the operating table, the alien turned and looked at him and spoke to him telepathically. And he's like, "Oh, I'm out. I'm out, yo. This dude,
I'm done.
this
I ain't
dude,
telling fucking shit.
this dude just told me some shit. I can't even repeat it," and left. He talked about all this stuff, but then he was drawing diagrams and he was drawing the way they were engineered, and he was talking about propulsion systems and how this works and that works. And so everybody was just like, yo, we got to do what we can to protect this motherfucker. He's really laying down the goods. Well, again, like we were talking about before, you got people that are going for every conspiracy, there's a person, there's at least one person that will say, nah, he's full of shit. And if you're dealing with a government conspiracy,
Oh,
oh, be for sure. There's whole departments in the government that will say, nah.
right.
And you're
That's our
full of
only job.
yeah, you're full of shit, and we're gonna make some of your family disappear. How about that? Catch me
Okay, well,
outside.
can I pick which ones go?
Yeah, right. You're that person, right. What if
Is
you're
this like
that
a meal
person?
plan kind of thing, you know? Like
You're
you
like,
just circled the choice?
I see your threat, but let me meet it with a let me help you. So if you get them over there, your brother and sister, yeah, if you want them, go right ahead.
Go ahead.
That
Take
yeah,
it. They
no.
gonna
Yeah,
taste real bitter though. They gonna
yeah.
be real bitter.
Empty the house, take the kids, the dogs, all that shit. Yeah. Yeah, take
Yeah.
them. Take
They
them.
need a vacation. Go on.
you take them now. Now you got hostages. Now go ahead and I mean, your leverage is shit because I don't care, but you go you right ahead.
Right.
But
You're like,
yeah,
whatever.
so this dude Bob Lazar is doing these interviews, and people are like, what the fuck? He's talking some mad stuff. And what made his interviews interesting was they never changed. They
Mm.
never like no one could stump him.
Yeah, he was preaching the gospel.
No one could stump him. And then, so they're like, okay. And he got to the point where he's like, you know what? I don't even want to talk about this anymore because,
You people are stupid. I've been trying to tell y'all.
well, and I think at one point in the tour, if you will, of where he was doing interview, he got, he was like, you know what? Nah, I'm done because you guys aren't facing the repercussions that I am. You guys are getting your kicks by hearing this story and watching it,
That's fair.
but I got clicks on my phone. I'm hearing people tap and I'm seeing people
Right. I'm
being real.
seeing things. Right. I
Yeah,
swear
people
somebody's
are
in my
being
house.
yeah, people are being real shady with me, and so he's having to deal with these repercussions. So at one point, he just stopped talking altogether. So I say
Interesting.
all that because it goes back to the whole uh, that's us. That's not UFOs. That's us fucking about with the new shit. It's the kid playing with the new toy. And
Hmm.
they're zooming about and doing shit. And if we want to, and they're cool with us thinking, oh, they're UFOs. Okay, fine, whatever. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 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 We dissolve into mountains. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Sure. Fuck it. And then play along and have our own military and government like leave some of them in the dark too, so that when they see it, they're like, we don't even know. So like, oh shit, our own government doesn't even fucking know. God damn it. Okay.
What are we gonna do?
Yeah, what the fuck are we gonna do if we don't, if they don't know and we don't know, who knows? Nobody knows. God damn it. We can't stop them.
Somebody knows.
We can't fucking stop them. Just as soon as you see them flying in the air, now they're
We're gonna
flying through
get your
mountains.
ass.
Now they're flying through mountains. Now they're flying underwater. God damn it. Okay. So,
Well, I mean, it could be fun for them. They might not have water where they're at, or
so
you know.
here's the conspiracy I'll float out there
Give
in
me some
regard
conspiracereal.
in regards to all of that. And we've talked about it before, and I threw it out there, and now it kind of sticks. Okay. If we have figured out, if like there's a group of humanity, I'm just gonna say humanity,
Okay.
that has figured this shit out by some way or another, figured
Like
this.
they learned it on TikTok or something like
No,
that.
they just reverse engineered the shit,
Oh,
and through trial and error and many people dying, um, they've figured out how to do this shit at a level that are we have no comprehension on the level of which it really can be done. It kind of goes back to that whole thing I was saying. What's the point of letting people know, hey, we found another super Earth?
because people would fucking want off of this planet. Are you kidding me? I would go stand in line. Let's
But
go. Fucking take me. If I see a UFO, I'm not going to be like, oh my god, it's a UFO. I'm going to be like, fucking come get
but
me.
it's almost like a in your face. It's like once you start eating so much conspiracy cereal, you start looking for the things like, oh yeah, yeah, the best way to hide is in your face. It's like, okay, it's so in your face that you don't really you don't take account of it.
Right. Like, is this guy really blue? Is it though?
Yeah, yeah,
Because
there's that test. There's like if you are never told the sky is blue, you will not see it as blue. But because you've been told it is, that's how you see it. It's also the same thing where if water in the ocean is blue, why is it not blue in my glass? There's that
Right.
preponderance
Yeah,
too.
that's true.
There's a
Fucking
bunch of
hell.
there's a healthy side of preponderance to every conspiracy theory.
Oh
So
shit. I like that.
so it's in your face, right? So it's like, okay, if you are, telling the world, hey, we found another super Earth 135 million light years away, that means, like I was saying the last time we talked about it, that last super Earth that we talked about, it means jack shit to us, really. It means, oh, okay, cool. You can look that far out into space and see some shit. Okay, awesome. But if you're of the people that have the means of actually going there, it's kind of like a cosmic real estate advertisement.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
It's like, hey, we found a new planet to populate with more hybrid humans, and we can go ahead and populate that shit.
Better
And
resources, stuff like that. It's untouched. It's
right.
exclusive.
And then you
Elite.
start
For
building,
skins.
yeah, and then you start building your intergalactic network.
I see.
We
I think
go,
that that would be fine because here's what I would love to see happen is that they discover something and they're like, oh yeah, only the best of the best are going to go. Okay, fine, best of the best. I'll help you
yeah,
pack. Let's
yeah,
go. Bye, bitches. Okay, get on your little rocket and there you
right.
go. So, and then like maybe we can start taking care of this planet.
That's what you think.
You don't think it would
But
work out?
but part that the part that is left out of that scenario is us knowing. I don't think we would know because we're not in the
Oh, right, right. We
we're
don't
not
have that power.
we're not in the means of knowing that there is even
Damn it.
a way to to traverse that distance. So it's
I
like
was
for
already practicing my speech. Fuck, I
right.
didn't even think
So
about that.
yeah, because for us, like I said, it like that like that story was what, 2 episodes ago? It's already fallen flat. That's 2, 3 weeks ago. It's already fallen flat. Hey, we found another super Earth. All right, cool. Yeah, 135 million. No,
Yay, but they're banning TikTok. Oh no.
we are barely trying to figure out how to get to Mars safely. Okay, yeah, that's great information. But
That's great
if you
information.
but if you think about it though, that information means something to someone somewhere. It's just that those people aren't in our circles. Like we're experiencing it from the perspective of the people that it means nothing to. It's like, oh, cool.
Sure.
Wow. Wow, there's shit out there in space. Like we already know that. But the
You're like,
mean
awesome. Now, where's my next meal coming from?
exactly. Like there's a means of importance and something that is 135 million light years away. Not that important.
Probably not
Not
going to
that
see that in my lifetime.
not that important. This bank account getting to $10, that's fucking important. How can I get that back?
Right.
How can I get that on more of the plus side? Because this other bill is coming, and I have a stern feeling that it's going to be more than $10. So I'm
Right.
fucked.
Right. And I might want to eat between now and then. So
Yeah, yeah. If I can hop on the ship that's going 135 million light years away, and then
let's go.
I can leave bad credit bill behind. Cool. I'm
Right.
down with it.
Blow this out.
I'm down with it. But if I can't, I gotta address that first. So it's like, so to me, I'm like, okay, what if what if there is a group of people that they're just like they find these super Earths and they and then boom, that information gets passed on, and then those people that have the means of doing those things to colonize planets, phew, off and away they go.
I wonder what that commission structure looks like, because
Because, because
realtors down here get paid.
that's how that shit started, though, right? People got on ships, they left Europe,
Oh, that's true.
branched out, went to
Touche,
other
my
places.
friend.
Wait, so How do we ramp that up? Many years later,
Galactically.
we get space flight, and then boom. And so out of sight, out of mind, you get
Oh my
space flight.
god, you're
Man,
so
space flight
that's
ain't
so
shit.
true.
Space flight ain't shit. I just
What?
said it. I just said it. Space flight ain't shit. We haven't been to the moon. We're barely trying to get to Mars. That's from someone that has not seen it happen. But if you have, but if you have people that are still like, hey, the public version of space flight that ended. In the background, this group's been going and going and going. We've reverse engineered all these other ships that you didn't even know about. The Black Knight satellite that's been orbiting the planet that we know is from another origin.
You mean the mothership?
It's like, yeah, we know how to use that, and we connected with it several times, and
I wonder who pissed that off, right? For them to be
or
like, no, hell no, we're gonna go out there, we're gonna fucking sit there
or
and we're
that
gonna wait.
other, what was that other? Like, here's how here's our understanding of things. Like that one asteroid that came by. God damn it, what was the name of it? I'll remember it later.
Child.
The one asteroid that came by and it was like, oh, this asteroid's coming by. Okay, yeah, yeah. That fucker flew by so fast, and it was like, hey guys, you know what? I I don't. Do we have any pictures of that? And so you look at the pictures, like, yeah, I don't think that was an asteroid. I think that was a ship. Like, I don't even want to say it, a ship.
Maybe it was something, a fly something, maybe.
But that information came well after it had, it had gone by. It wasn't anything like, hey, maybe we can. But I feel like somebody had to know. Somebody had to know
You
that
think that maybe somebody got an agenda that, they're like at
somebody had to.
10:45
I just,
p.m. Central Standard Time.
yeah, I just feel
We're
like,
gonna be floating through your fucking solar system.
yeah, I just feel like I just feel like you have all this other information. You but you come to the conclusion after it's already gone. And
Oh yeah, well, I mean, that is true, speaking of like hindsight's 2020.
I mean,
After something is over, we can
yeah,
manage it better.
yeah. I just feel like, okay, no one had this on their schedule. Like, oh shit, this one just came out of nowhere.
We could have done a luncheon, a very nice
Hmm.
luncheon.
And so it's a little bit interesting because you got those kinds of things, and then you got like then you got like that frequency that bounced back that I said that was like it was like it had the energy of like some certain levels of our sun. Remember that one?
Yeah, it was a galactic bitch slap is what that was.
But
That's
but it's sort of like, okay, what was out there to say, I'm gonna shoot this to Earth unless you knew this shit was out here.
or
So
maybe they're just taking stabs in the dark like we are. You know that thing that they're sending out
yeah,
in
yeah,
space with
right.
a message on it or something?
Right, that we sent that out there, and it's like, yeah, I just at the same time though, are
Do
we?
you want them to answer?
I mean, at the same time
Really?
though, are we? Are we? Are
Fair.
we? Or did we shoot it in the direction that we wanted it to go?
Or is it just like hovering right under the firmament?
Like, are we? Are we? Is it? Is it? Or did we just get into a fight with the people on Pluto and say, fine, fuck it, you guys aren't going to be a planet we talk about in school anymore. Fine, fuck you.
Uranus is our new,
Like
it's our new favorite.
Pluto was a solid member for a long time, and
Yeah,
then all
that's
of a sudden,
true. That's some shady shit they did. They
no,
took that away.
no,
That's
fuck
like
it.
giving somebody an award and then telling them, you know what, we changed our mind. It's
No,
fine.
fuck it. Fuck it. Pluto's not even a planet anymore. How? How is Pluto not a planet anymore? I took tests on that bitch. You get that credit.
I know for sure. This is
That
that
credit.
fucking Mandela effect.
That credit still counts. You're not about to, hey, if you scored an A on that test, it's now going to be a C because Pluto's no longer a planet. No, you're going to,
No, hell no.
uh-uh. Mm, I don't
Are
know.
you
It's just,
drinking a Canada? day, by the
No,
way?
I'm drinking water. I need to
Is
hydrate.
that's why there was okay, there
Mhm,
wasn't the climax earlier?
mhm. So that's my conspiracy I'm floating out there. It's like, okay, is it more to space communication, transportation that we know than that we know of? Because I think that there's a group of people out there that's way more informed and way more.
What? They know more than me? That's crazy.
It's like the government is the thing that interacts with the people. Outside of the government are people beyond what we see, and and they run their own shit without them even giving a silent fart about us. They don't even have sound with it. Like this. I mean, it's sort of like the one conspiracy. Here's another bite of conspiracereal. The Doomsday Map. That whole thing is slowly but surely catching on fire too, because people were just like, okay. I mean, that's another point. It's like, okay, there's a level of people that can probably do intergalactic flight. Let's just say it possible. We don't know, and that's the beauty of conspiracy. You don't know for sure. You don't know if there are. You don't know if there is. You can't refute it. You can't prove it, but you can say it, and then however you say it makes that person go, that might possibly be true. And then there's the Doomsday Map, where they're showing here's how the Earth's going to get fucked up, and these sections of land is only going to be left. And it's kind of funny because
Nevada's gone.
some of these sections of land is exactly where you see all these bunkers that billionaires are making now.
I hope they're
So,
watertight.
so they're like, wow, okay, cool,
Is it because they think that people are gonna scurry out of those areas so
sure.
that they won't get caught with their pants down and then
I don't know. I don't know. But again, that's my point. It's like to everybody else that does not have the means of contracting workers to build a facility for them like that, you're fucked anyway if this doomsday map is has any speck of possibility, you know, if it happens, okay, cool. It's going to be pandemonium no matter what. If you survive,
sure.
it's going to be pandemonium. Get your survival game on point because it's going to be fuckery non-stop. Like
Check.
non-stop. But apparently, if you're a billionaire, you can go ahead and do some bunker shit and be cool. And it's also one of those things where it's like, hey, yeah, is it doomsday or is it the Russians with EMT nukes in space? Which that's another one that floated out. It's so many that happened this week that it's just like, what? The
And
Russians
I've
are
been under
what?
a rock.
The
I mean, all everything that you've been saying, this is new to me. I've got like 12 tabs open right now with shit I need to research.
Yeah, so like apparently Russians are putting satellites up in the air with EMT. They don't even have nukes. They're just like, we're just gonna drop EMTs. Fuck it.
What's EMT?
Not, not EMT, EMP. Sorry,
EMP. Oh, okay,
EMP.
okay, okay. I'm like, am I that
No, no,
far
no, no.
out? I
That's
mean,
me.
damn.
That was me. That was me. So they'll drop EMPs, and the EMPs will just wipe all of America out. And
If
they're
they
like,
want to drop DMT, that's fine,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah. EMT is like electronic DMT. Like, okay,
That's what they
cool.
throw us a fucking bone. It's
Okay,
bananas over here.
cool. I'll just touch my phone and the EMT will get in my system. Cool. So that's just a bunch of that. Now, again, the map of conspiracy is so vast. You can go to one side and be on one thing, go to the other side and be on a
And quick too.
completely other. And then somewhere in there is the spiritual shit.
I love the spiritual stuff. I really do.
So Mount Hermon. Have you heard about this thing?
Mount Hermon. See, here goes another fucking tab.
So Mount Hermon. See, this is the part what makes it really fuck about with conspiracies is that if you have something that refers to something else and that something else has a little bit of fan base, if you will, to support it on its own, then it makes it even more real. And then when you sprinkle more conspiratorial on top of it, it makes it even more questionable, but yet it has such a solid base, you can't refute it. So Mount Hermon is a real place. And Mount Hermon is also mentioned quite a bit in the Bible. The
They had to put some shit in there that was
the
true.
the
Yeah, I
the
mean,
the Christian Bible, which then that's already just that like don't even get me started on the Bible. It's let's just say it's in the Bible. If you don't know my stance on the Bible, maybe that's another episode. But for time's sake,
we should do an episode on religion and stuff,
for,
and
for
that would be
time's
great.
sake, it's in the Bible. So apparently, this is where also where it's thought that uh, the ascension of Jesus happened on the mountaintop of Mount Hermon. And they're like, okay, yeah, Mount Hermon and Mount Sinai, they're referred in the Bible, and that's where God was able to talk to people at the same time. And it's like, oh, well, God damn it. And so apparently, this English explorer dude said, fuck it, I'm going to Mount Hermon. I'm going to figure this out. And this is like a long time ago.
I got shit else to do.
I don't know. I don't know the exact date, but it's like 1800s, long time ago.
Okay.
So this guy, he goes and he's out there and he's like, fuck it, if I'm Mount Hermon, I'm going up to the summit. He goes to the summit and I'm totally cliff noting the fuck out of this. He he
Again, see the disclaimer.
he finds a temple at the top, and they're like, yo, what the fuck? They got a temple at the top here. This is where
Was it like empty?
Jesus ascended to the heavens, and these people have been down here in this temple. And so
So there were people in this temple.
the conspiracy is that this is not just where Jesus, but it's also the angels and the watchers came to Mount Hermon as well. And the watchers are a group of angels that do exactly that. They watch.
Okay.
And so this temple's there, and they're like, oh shit. So is this where all these fuckers are? Like, for real, for real? This shit is
Man, if they
legit.
started talking, you know what I mean? Can I get a witness?
So then word gets out and like, oh yeah, thanks for letting us know. So the monarchy is like, yeah, the English monarchy, they're like, yeah, cool. You know what? Thanks for the info. We're gonna assign you to another expedition since you're good at this shit. And so this guy, he's drawing shit down. So he drew out what the temple looked like. And it's like, okay, and we'll take it from here. We'll take it from here. Okay, cool. So this area is like DC. Is a cordoned off area. It's not a part of this country or that country. As a matter of fact, the UN decided to claim it. So now, where this temple used to be is a UN base.
Of course. Of course.
And this
I mean,
one
that's
guy,
so typical though, because I mean, Christianity was built on the
right,
ruin of
right.
paganism.
It's yes. Oh God damn it! Don't get
I know that is
do not
that is
do
a
not
a whole
don't
different
you
thing.
dare do not point at that rabbit hole. Hey, check that out. Go in there. Go check that rabbit hole out.
Just did.
See you next episode. See you in a week from now. You're not coming out. Mm-mm. Yeah, I'll end the
No.
show. I'll end the show for you. You go ahead. So apparently, this guy, he was like, "Yeah, this shit is going down in this temple," and literally, because the UN has a base there, and this other person is now taking pictures of this base. And he was like, he noticed with the architecture, he's like, hey, yo, check that out. He's like, yeah, this big outlet tubes. It's like, no, those are air intake tubes. That's for airflow. That means they're underground. And those huge tubes that are coming out, that's for
Is
air
that
to
why I'm seeing the summit of Mount Hermon and it's like poking out of some snow or something?
it's fucking bizarro village up there. It's that those are the types of places that I want to go to just to say, hey man, can you give me a tour and just no bullshit tour? I want to see the shit. If you all got angles up here, cool. I just want to see it. Say, hey, what's going on? How y'all doing?
You need anything?
Yeah,
Y'all
yeah,
good?
exactly, exactly. Have you
Is
had
there anything
Twix
I can
yet?
do for you? We'll call this an act of service, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. Have you had Twix? Have they brought Twix up here? Cool.
Y'all got
Have you?
internet? Because I'm
Yeah, have
about
you?
to blow your shit up if you don't.
Whenever, not saying you have to right now, but whenever you get around to it, try some Chex cereal with orange juice. It changed your life. Change your life. All right, change your life. All right, y'all. I gotta go. Peace out. Just that kind of thing. Like, look, man, just no bullshit. I already know. I already know. I don't have the math skills to fucking, compete with this shit. I just want to
Right.
be able to.
Have a conversation. I just want
I,
to talk about it to
I
somebody.
just want to be able to say, you know what? This is no bullshit. This is actually where. Okay, can I see the black? Can I? Can I just see the black pyramid? I don't. I don't want to learn how it works. I just want
Right.
to. Hey,
I don't need to talk about it. I just want to talk to you
you know
about it.
what?
That's all.
Boom, there it is. I saw it. Y'all gonna turn it on? Cool, man. I want to see that shit turn on. That motherfucker does
Turn it
glow
on. What are you talking about? Turn it on.
because they're supposed to be power sources. All pyramids are supposed to be
Oh,
powered.
that's right.
Yeah. So it's like, I just want to. Can you turn it? Oh, that's
My
cool.
brain just melted. I'm so
That's cool.
sorry. It was
That's cool. All right. Awesome.
wow.
Okay. We're gonna
Yeah,
back away
this
from
is
we're gonna back away from the table, from that
okay. Hold on.
from that conspiracy cereal that we just consumed.
Hey guys, it's the dinosaur. I wanted to share with you a collaboration that we have with Headspace. It's a service that we can all use. I am confident in saying that 100%. Things are so stressful in today's world with home stress, work stress, just general life stress. It's exhausting, and we need as much help as we can get. Headspace has our back with tools to help us. It helps me fall asleep. It helps my wife with meditation. We can find exercises to help us relax in through meditation, or they even have some that are physical exercises that you can do. They have inspiring stories, which are awesome because everybody could use an uplift, and they also help us focus. You can go to our website, TheDinosaur&TheDude.com, and click on links and sponsors. From there, you can unlock everything that the app has to offer for 7 days. That's for free. You get it for free for 7 days. Show yourself some love and treat your head right with Headspace. I got another brand of Conspiracereal. Laura's
Oh,
been going crazy about shit lately,
oh, yeah.
and you might not be keeping up with it, or I
Okay.
don't keep up with it.
Okay.
So here I am talking ass,
Okay.
which refer to the waiver or the whatever
Sure.
disclaimer. Um, Something about the royal family and Kate
God
Middleton
damn it.
and
God damn it. I was trying to stay away from that, but as soon as I said royal
no,
family,
I
it's like,
don't
it's
really
like, I was
understand what's going on. I mean,
okay.
from what Laura's told me, like there was an affair, and the lady's keeping the kid, and so
Eh,
now like Kate's in a mental hospital or some shit, and who knows? I mean, this could all be like tabloid shit, right? I don't know. I
See,
mean, could it happen?
it's tabloid shit until there's a
Okay.
wreck. Was that
I mean,
was that tasteless? No. You know why that wasn't
wait,
tasteless?
wait, wait. What'd you say?
I said it's all tabloids until it's a wreck. And
Yes, exactly. I was just fixing to say that.
like,
And
no,
what I was going
it's
to
not
tell you is
tasteless.
it's it's you know, some people go like, "Oh no, that couldn't happen," and we're just like, "Really? Do you remember Princess Diana?" Okay,
Exactly.
because
Exactly.
hello,
I'm like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's not it's what I just said is not tasteless because that shit happened. Like everybody
right?
was like, nah, nah, no, 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 no. Why would she want to do that? She's a fucking princess. And then it's like, and then boom, we
I
got a
know.
silence chick. Let's get her in this tunnel and wreck the fuck out.
Okay.
It's interesting
Speaking of though of
because
her kids, right? Her
yeah,
kids were left to pick up the pieces, but the
which
one kid he done flew the coop, and right about now he's probably thinking, "Fucking hell, thank God I'm
which
out of there. Like
yeah,
I ain't got to deal with this
which
shit."
these are the kids, right? These are the kids that grown up and they have their own kids and their own wives, and they're like, hey, yo, we gotta stick to the script if we want to ascend to the throne. Okay, so we're gonna skip talking about the new Carly. Um, uh,
Oh yeah.
we're gonna skip talking about her so we can talk about Kate. So here's the thing that
So can we table the Carly thing? I am
oh
interested.
yeah, we'll do next episode with that.
Okay.
So here's the
I'm so
thing
grateful for you
with
that you
Kate.
keep track of this shit because you're on top of it.
Here's the thing with Kate that I know of. And again, I'm prefacing it with that I know of because what I know of
Is shit.
is full of a level of I don't give a damn. But it's a,
Right.
it's a certain amount that I know. So it's a certain amount that I know, and at a certain point, I'm just like, fuck it. I mean, hey, come on. Who are we talking about? We're talking about the royal family. Come on. Apparently, if you listen to Diana, at the time, Princess Diana, she referred to them as reptiles. So she said they weren't human beings and that they were reptiles. And she said that
Well,
in her interview before she was offed. So I'm just going to leave it at that. But anyway, Kate had this whole thing where it's like, oh man, Kate's got a stomach issue. She's got to go to the she's got to go to the doctor. Really? Yeah. That's where
it's
that's where
called
she's gonna
antifreeze
go.
poisoning.
That's where, yeah,
Fucking
right.
hell.
Yeah, that's where it's gonna go. The Tums didn't work, and we're gonna go ahead and just go to the hospital. Okay. And so then it became like this whole routine thing. She's gone. She's out. It's like, hey, where's Kate? She's on the mend.
She's still in the waiting room.
She's on the mend, and she's got some things going on. Hey, did you know the king got cancer? Oh, yeah, yeah.
He's about
Oh
to die,
man,
and then we're gonna switch things up over on the throne. And
oh man, yeah, he's got it. Yeah. Oh wow, like that picture right there with his big hands. Yeah, yeah. This is a symptom. It's a symptom. Meanwhile, Kate's like, oh, she had a stomach issue and she needed to have surgery. Oh shit. So it wasn't just bad spaghetti. Okay. Um, So people, royalists, as they call themselves, people that
oh,
really
do
are
they?
into the royal family, they're like, can't wait till Kate comes back because Kate to them is the sane one. And, you know,
Yeah. Well,
uh,
so a lot of people see Princess Diana and her.
yeah, but they do that because of the son, right? And then if you really think about it, that's not a nice thing to say because
Right.
they didn't care for Diana, and they made that
Until
publicly
she was
clear.
gone. I mean,
No,
well,
no, 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 no.
the
I'm saying,
people. Oh,
yeah,
yes, right, right, right.
yeah, yeah. So
But
it's
as it
kind of
turns out,
it's
that could be true for what's going on now.
right, which is why I'm saying it's kind of not a nice thing to say. You know what? She reminds me of Diana. Mm, don't say
I
that about
mean,
me. Don't say
kind of
that
more
about
spot
me.
on than you
Mm.
think.
So what happened after that was they were like, "Hey, you know what? We got to release something that's going to show Kate's in
That she's still alive.
Kate's in a good way, and we're happy." And
And we're
here's a
having a baby. It's just not hers.
here's
you
here's a
know?
here's a picture. And so you're looking at the picture, and at
Ugh,
first, when you look at the picture, you're like, okay, yeah, moving right along. And if you don't give a shit about the royal family, you did that. You moved right along. You're like, okay,
that's
fine.
exactly what I did. I don't even know
Okay,
what I mean.
yeah.
The one in the car, right? The picture in the car.
No, the picture with the kids. That's where people started losing their fucking mind. When the picture
Picture with
with the kids
oh
was
hell.
released.
See, Conspiracereal.
When the picture with the kids were released, it was like cool, and it was everywhere. And then somebody was like, no, not cool. Have y'all look at this? And then once people started looking at the photo, they're like, hmm, why do her eyes look like that? why are all the kids' hands crossed? Like there's some crossing happening with each person. Her legs
Right.
are crossed, a kid's fingers is crossed, this other kid's hands are crossed, the other one's
And this
hands are
one looks
crossed.
blurry down at the bottom.
Well, it's not, it's like if you look at her legs look like they're from another person. Her top her top looked like her top by top. You know, oh, you're looking at royal tits. No, if you look at her seated, from her waist up, looks like from a different body than the waist down. Her legs do not look like the same legs that that person is supposed to be connected to.
Oh,
And
right, right, right.
her eyes, like people, once somebody, and it's one of the things like conspiracy, once you start seeing this one thing, you start looking at everything else. And so her eyes, the lighting on her eyes is different than the lighting on the kids. And so some people are like, well, yeah, they just doctored the photo so she could have bright eyes. She probably had darker eyes after all this time in the hospital. Excuse, excuse, excuse. But then you start seeing all these other things that didn't make sense. And then the icing on the motherfucking conspiracy cake was that news outlets were like, um, is this shit doctored? And then royal officials were like, yeah, we doctored it. Yeah, we're just gonna get
Well,
on it.
didn't she post a message or something saying like sometimes she likes to have fun with editing or something like that?
Yeah, but
I mean, I don't believe it, but
unless you get somebody
so
with a
cynical.
camera, a live feed, and a blood sample, and a because lookalikes and dummies are real. Once you once you get to where once you get to where we are with AI, the fabric of reality starts to really get thinned out. And
Right. It starts to blur.
you don't know when was this footage taken? Is this footage amalgamation of different things being said and just sewn together to make it look like this thing? And if you're just tweeting or email or sending out a message that somebody's
Fair.
putting on
Could be
screen,
not her.
then I could have typed it up, you
Right.
know? Hey, everybody, I love to do shit in Photoshop. As a matter of fact, Photoshop is hard. I just use paint. Love y'all. Kate.
Deuces.
Yeah. And like, whoa, Kate uses paint?
I'm so gullible. I'm
And
so
so
fucking gullible.
then when news outlets like, yo, this is Doctor. So they pulled all the photos. They were like, hey, we got every article that this photo in, pull it, pull it. So now you got news sources that had this photo out. They have just retracted their own story because now they're realizing that what they put out was not a real photo.
Right.
Like some people are like, yeah, these shots are from a different time of the year. It's not even recent. And so then you're like, okay, is this just a it's just a publicity photo that then was doctored and then released as if it was now, but it's not. So even people in the UK was like, I wouldn't believe this photo unless she was holding a paper up with with the date and the front page kind of thing
But
on
you
it.
can edit that too.
Exactly.
Or
You're
a
to the
copy of the
point,
newspaper, maybe, or whatever.
yeah, you're to the point now where you can edit the fuck out of anything. And it's going to take a good pair of caring eyes to notice it. Otherwise, you're going to do like what you and a lot of other people did, which is like, oh, yeah, she's taking pictures of her kids, moving on because I got to do this shit for work or whatever.
Right.
You're not really studying it like that.
Right.
And so now it's a thing where what the fuck happened to Kate? And no one's heard anything from Kate since. So now it's like, oh. And so all these videos of Diana are out now.
I
And
saw, well, hold on. I saw a picture of Kate in the car, in a car.
yeah, which
Was
that's
that
like,
them trying to prove
which,
that
yeah, that's just sort of like, okay, smile for the camera. You know, I know you are really upset, but this is smile. And so a lot of people do that. They smile for the populace, but as soon as as soon as they're away from cameras, they are just a sad lump. And frankly, Diana was that way. And but I think that it got to a point where people started seeing that she didn't care that she was putting the smile on, and so people were like, oh shit, she's really going through some shit. But yeah, I mean, I hope she's okay, but at the same time, I'm like, yo, who are we talking about here?
So
Who we're talking about the
go
monarchy.
right, and which is going to lead into the whole. You said the Diana videos.
Yeah, the Diana videos that have been circulating out of all the interviews that she's given in the past, where she's been talking about how shit was really going down in in royalty, and the way she started referring to them as not being human and being lizards and being reptiles. It was very interesting that she was making some claims to where she was trying to let people know, and some say out them and some say whistleblow and all that kind of stuff, where, and again, this is all coming from what she said. I don't know, believe, or have any proof of any of that being real. So if any lizard people are going to come after me while I'm sleeping, at least know that part. Okay. Okay. Just know.
Like before you do that, refer to the disclaimer.
Yeah, right. The
Thank
disclaimer,
you.
yeah, the disclaimer is to keep the lizard people away. But she was talking about how she was like, yeah, Queen Elizabeth is much older than we think, and she is basically saying like they shed skin, thus that's the
Oh,
life, that's their life, of what how we know, and then they come back later in a new skin to, but it's the same entity, it's the same person per se.
just a same soul or same person, but just different meat suit.
Yeah, it's the same lizard it's the same reptile but in a different meat suit. Yes. So that's
Okay.
what she was like talking about, and that they didn't like her because I guess she wasn't really going along with things, or and so in a
I mean, there's
way,
only so much bullshit you can handle, you know?
yeah, and so in a way, it was like, okay, so what, Dan? Are you trying to tell us that you were the mom of some hybrid reptile babies, and that's their goal to blend in with society? You got to do
Like,
more. You got to tell us more. You got to tell us more. And then she got offed, and so then it became a thing of like, she was on to something, because why would you silence somebody? But at the same time, you don't know much, so then it's sort of like. Mm, was she just disgruntled? Was she just, so you got it again? That's
well,
where,
I mean, there's a way to be disgruntled. I mean, and not look like a freaking lunatic when you're talking about lizard people.
but that's how conspiracies are bred. It's like every conspiracy, even with Bob Lazar, they're gonna say he's a lunatic because he's making shit up. There's no element 115 that functions the way he talks about. Come on, everybody, you're just wanting UFOs to be real. There's no way. At the same time, Admiral Byrd is talking about, yeah, I flew into a cavern that took me underground to a city that's underground to floating. Yeah, fuck it, ever, whatever. So it's it's hand in hand with every conspiracy to be a certain amount of. Well, come on, that sounds crazy. Is that goes with just about every conspiracy. I mean, is it an underground poker room that's at the UN base on Mount Hermon? Maybe, and that's why they need ventilation tubes. Sure, you're on the top of a mountain. You got to dig in the ground because there's not a lot of real estate at the top of a fucking mountain. So
Hmm.
yeah, you can say that. People can say that too. I think that that's the thing that keeps conspiracies nice and healthy, is because there's gotta be a yin and yang of fantastical shit and believable shit. And the believable shit is always trying to squash the fantastical shit, and the fantastical shit is always refuting the believable shit. Oh
Well, it's
yeah,
like a tumultuous game of what if, you know?
yeah.
Because
It's like yeah,
if you're gonna consider this point A, then why not consider point B and
right,
C?
right. Because if you can't bring up something that's going to completely refute the other, then it still leaves it room to breathe.
It's on the table.
And it's like, well, you can't. You can you prove there's no firmament? Okay, well then it's
How do you know
probably
it doesn't exist?
it's probably still out there. Well, can you prove that there's no crystal cities underground in Antarctica? Well, then if we all as a populace can't go there for ourselves and see for ourselves to say yay or nay, then it's this one person versus this government and this government versus this one person and so on and so forth. It's the people that saw it and have all this fantastical information and the people that that don't want you to know basically. And it's always interesting because it's like the people that don't want you to know at one point was really cool with this person and then they want to shut them up. And so that makes the feels like, well, that guy was he was well, Admiral Byrd, he was part of the military. So, and now the military's trying to, the government's trying to shut him up. Well, he must be onto something. He must be onto something because why would they
Hmm.
put resources and time into that? Yeah. So that's how they work all the time, hand in hand. That's how
Well,
they always do.
and the biggest, I guess, way to refute something is to be like, well, I mean, why would they be spending so much time trying to cover this up if it weren't a thing? Like,
Right.
you know,
Yeah. That's what I was saying. It was like if the populace all went and saw the underground cities, then it would then boom, end of conspiracy. We either yay or nay, believe it or whatever. But it goes back to the whole thing like, yeah, the populace isn't ready. They'll just be
I
pandemonium
love
if they hear
this.
about it. So
Maybe there needs to be pandemonium.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think we got our
So
good
look at me
share of
being an
pandemonium
anarchist.
now.
You got a
Okay.
what?
So I'm gonna push away from the table. I've had my full of conspiracy cereal.
Oh, you're full? Okay. I'll never be full.
I know, I know. But good episode, I think.
Yeah. Well, Jesus. How long is it? What are we at?
It's an hour and 46 minutes.
What? It's
Yeah,
been already?
yeah.
Oh, look at how many fucking windows I've got open.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Okay, well, I'm just gonna kind of sit here and
Ponder all that info.
yeah, I'm just gonna start going through fucking rabbit holes. This is
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
nuts.
Looking at Kate shots.
Yeah, and well, I'm done with that. Now I'm looking at Admiral Byrd's
Oh yeah.
mysterious Antarctic
Yeah.
base. I'm
Yeah.
finna watch some videos and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm high as shit
Yeah.
right now. So,
Yeah.
oh, speaking of, how's your fam?
Project High Jump. All right.
You're there.
About to go check on them now.
Okay. Alrighty. Cool,
So
cool.
anyway,
Well,
everybody,
thanks for the
thanks.
episode.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. Thanks for continuing to hang out with us. You can find everything about us, all of our channels. Check out our new YouTube channel with the podcast. Podcast is on YouTube now. Go check it out. Everything can be found at TheDinosaur&TheDude.com. So there you go. You're informed. Hope you enjoyed your bowl of conspiracy cereal. And if you didn't know, she's the dinosaur.
That's me.
And I'm the dude. And you, boys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, lady boys, boy ladies, dudes, dudettes,
Chicken lows.
ladies and gentlemen, gigolos, gigahos, motherfuckers and fatherfuckers.
There you go.
Be nice and love yourself because we love you. And if you're going to do
If
it,
you're gonna love
yourself hard.
with lotion.
All right, lady. Thanks a lot.
All right. Well, I love you.
Love you too.
I'll talk to you later.
All righty.
Okay. Bye.